Welcome to my series on using Adobe Spark Video. This is episode 3, adding text and images. So if you watched episode 2, you know this is pretty much where we left off. We'd created our layout, decided what type of slides we wanted. We did our theme, figured out what type of text and colors we wanted. And so now we're ready to add content. So the first thing I'll do is go to my first slide. Now, Adobe Spark is great in that it gives you these pluses. So it shows you what kind of content you can add. And if you click on the plus, it pretty much lets you know. So here's where I can add photo or a video. This one right here is just for text or icons. And then icons are basically, if I type in the word flowers, they're just going to be drawn images. And so I could put those in there as well. So let's say I want to go ahead and add a photo. So I'm going to go back to this plus right here, and I'm going to click on photo. Now, this menu is going to show up and it allows you to upload or move in photos. This first one, I'm just going to go find free photos. So these are photos that are free for you to use. They're licensed through Creative Commons, so you don't have to worry about copyright issues. So I'm just going to type in the word flowers again. I'm going to click, and then it gives me a wide range of choices of flowers. And so let's go find, ooh, I like that one. So I just click on it, and then it imports it for me. Now, the nice thing about some of these photos is, while I can't put up like 2, 3, 4, 5 photos on one slide, unless I create that somewhere else and then import it, what it does allow me to do, though, is do some adjusting to my image. So anytime this white circle with the pencil shows up, I do have the option of maybe moving it up and down. Some of them move them from side to side, and then it allows me to get up really close, or if I wanted to back out because maybe I want a border. And so you'll notice this gives me a little bit of a border. And so whatever I decide to do, let's see. Oh, I like that. That looks good. Okay. All right. And then I click on the center and I'm going to add my text. Okay. This was my practice video. Now you're going to notice as you add text that the text changes depending on the type of slide. This is a full screen, so basically like an introductory slide, and you'll notice it does a pretty fancy text. Let's go to our second one. This was our split screen. You're going to notice that on split screen, it basically gives you all of the options for each side. So on this side, I think I'm going to go get another photo. Now, I'm stuck here in free photos. Just click the back arrow and now I'm out. Now, the nice thing about this is it does allow you to use your own photos, but there's a catch. Any photo you create using your cell phone, you are going to need to upload to your Google Drive. Okay. And you can access that through the upload photo. Because you're using a Chromebook, it'll automatically go to your Google Drive. If for some reason this button isn't here, please move all the way down to the bottom to where it says Google Drive. And you can add your Google Drive by clicking on it, then clicking on your school email address. And then that very large window says, we're going to do this and we're going to do this. And you scroll down to the bottom and it says allow. And then you click allow. It'll scroll around for about 30 seconds, and then it should come back to this particular screen. And you'll know it worked because there'll be a little minus sign next to Google Drive and Google Photos. That would allow you later to disengage Google Drive from Adobe Spark. But I'm just going to use the upload photo button, and I'm going to click on it. And then hopefully you've saved your photo with a name, or at least in a folder so they're easy to find. So I think I'm going to click on that one, and I just open. And so here's an image I took of the top of the stairwell. Now with this image, notice pencil's back. I can't move it up and down, but I can move it side to side. So if I want to do a little centering, I can do that. I can make it larger, smaller. And then on this side, of course, I can add some text. So this is Libby Middle School. All right. Now, you're going to notice the center button with the 2 arrows. Basically that, like it says, lets you swap items. So maybe I like the look of this better, so I'm going to move it this way. And so it kind of depends on what you're looking for. Remember, you can always go back to theme and also change. See, I've got a light background, dark text, and I can change that to a dark background, light text, and then it changes all of my slides. Okay. Or if I want to, I can go back to what I had. This gives me black and that. And if I just click it again, there, ooh, that's cool. So pretty much I can do whatever I want. So I encourage you to play around, figure out what you like. All right, I think I'll leave it like that. Here's another one. I'll just add a quick photo. Let's do the Black Eyed Susans. Okay, wait a second. And once it sets, there's our thing. Let's see, this one allows me to go up and down. And if I wanted to, I could really get up close and personal with center that flower right there. There we go. And then the last one, you'll notice it gives you a couple options because this is where your title goes and then some smaller text. So let's add a photo. I think I'll go grab one of mine just so you can see. Oh, here's one of Libby outside. And so let's see what this allows me to do. All right, click on it. Again, I get to move it up and down, but I can get in a little closer if I want to, get that light pull out of the way. And then that looks pretty good. So this, I get two things to write. My fancy introductory text. And then below that, some smaller text. So if you wanted to use this as maybe your first slide, you could certainly do that. And so let's say that I want to change it. I just have to move and drag it over there. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the last slide. This is where you're going to add your own credits. So right here, you're going to put your name because, well, let's be honest, you created it. So I add my name. You're also going to know it added some credits for you. So it looks like Annie Spratt and Kasaya Warner took some of the photos that I used, this particular one and then the blue hydrangeas. If I wanted to, I could add my own name saying that I took this picture of Libby Middle School, top of the stairs, or I took this picture. So feel free to add your own credits. But it is nice to leave the credits of other folks if you used some free images so they get credit for having done that. Now, once you're done and you think you've got it looking the way you want, if you want to be able to preview it, you have a couple options. You can hit the preview button at the top, or you can hit this triangle to the side. And once I do, it just walks me through my video so I can see what it's going to look like. So, wow, looks pretty good. I'm kind of liking it. Should be all right. But if for some reason you don't like an image or maybe it's off center, then just exit out up here in the right-hand corner. And you have a couple choices. If you click back on the screen, I can either delete the photo, or if I wanted to, I could have leave the photo there, and maybe I just want to change the photo. So I click back. There we go. And I just click back on photo and then I can just change out the photo. So it really depends on what you want. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you'll join me for episode 4 on adding sound and video. And thanks for watching. Bye.